Hello everyone. It's you. I did not announce that I'll be going live on this page. So if you catch the replay later, say hello. Tell me, that you were here, that you watched this. And if this resonated with you, share as well. If there's something you're working on, share as well. So I am Shu. I am the founder of Grace and Hope Consulting. I am a mental health counselor, a life coach, and as well as a ability consultant. So I wanted to hop on here quickly. I know it's late, but I was doing a Nova Facebook Live on my author speaker page, and it occurred to me that I needed to share this with people on this page as well. So today I'm talking about what is on top here. What you focus your attention on determines the kind of feelings you will have. If you follow Grace and Hope Consulting, you know that we are committed. I am committed, and the people who support me are committed to your emotional wellness and helping you reach your full potential so you can have a fulfilling life. So we talk emotions big time here, and we talk potential, we talk achievement all the time. So why do I want to share about this, about focusing our attention and how it relates to our feelings? So I can go on and on with the whole principle of cognitive behavioral therapy that actually um, stipulates or says that our thoughts affect our feelings and then affect our behavior or actions, and it just kind of goes in a cycle. It's like the more the more we have a certain thought, the more it affects how we're feeling about things, and then because we feel a certain way, then we act a certain way, and that when we end up acting a certain way, it just kind of reinforces the thought that we had in the first place. So but I love giving concrete examples, right? Because I said I just don't hop on here and say, oh, this is what research say, this is what you should do, this is what this is acceptable or good for you. But I like sharing personal example because I'm human. I go through this as well. And this week has been a very frustrating week for me. Um, from things at home, things with business, things with my health. It's just been like I've been hitting, roadblocks at each turn. And it's been frustrating because there's a lot of things that I used to do before my health issues started, or at least, the most recent life health issues as of last year. There are a lot of things I could do back then that I cannot do now. And because I'm not able to do those things, I have to rely and depend on others. And when people are not available, then it affects, everything that I'm trying to do. Right. So that was the kind of week I've been having. And then at every turn when I'm trying to, go from plan A to plan B, then something will go wrong. Then I turn to plan C and then something goes wrong as well. And I just like, oh, I'm frustrated. And I often get frustrated, not because, people are not available. I think what bothers me the most, and for those who follow me on my personal page, you probably already kind of get this. But what bothers me the most is when people don't do what they say they will do. Like people don't follow through on things. And when people drop the ball, as we say, especially people who are set in position to help, right? And I'm not just talking about friends and family. I'm usually get frustrated when systems that are set to help and support people fail people that they're intended to support. That's something, that bothers me. And maybe that's why I do all the advocacy that I do. Hello, if you're there, say hi. I'm on my computer, so I can only see that the people who joined. I can't see who joined. I don't know who it is. But so hello, if you're there, say hi. Um, so yeah, so all of that was frustrating for me. But then it not just because people are not doing what they're doing their jobs, but because them not doing their job affects people's life. And it's just not about me. I think about all the other people who might have been through the same situation and who maybe didn't have the tools or the support to even advocate for themselves. And that bothers me. And when I get frustrated, it's not just because, oh, this is frustrating for me. But yes, I can get disappointment, just putting it just like everybody else. I can get frustrated with things in life just like everybody else. But then I like looking at the big picture. How is this person not doing their job affects people at large, and that bothers me. It really bothers me when people in systems of care, choose not to care enough to do their job because it affects people, a lot of people, not just you, right? So that was my week. And it's been rough. It's been hard, just dealing with those consequences of those actions for myself, like, but also just thinking about the big picture, how it affects everybody else. And I posted on my personal page, I think on Monday. I was frustrated because I was on the phone on like an hour and a half in the morning and another hour in the afternoon, and third evening another half hour, trying to coordinate transportation because I'm still not medically allowed to drive because of my vision. The good thing is I have one good eye, so it might look like I have vision problem here because my right eye is pretty much where it used to be, but now it's being strained, I guess, from having to do the job of two eyes, both eyes. The left one is what's not doing so well. Hello. So I was on the phone trying to figure all this out, and it's like I couldn't get medical transportation because they canceled my case, if you want, since June, and I wasn't notified. And then they wanted a new form stating that I still couldn't drive. So the doctor did the paperwork, and the form said that I do not drive, and they actually denied it. They denied because they said, well, it should say that you cannot drive because there's a difference between not driving and like that you do not drive and that you cannot drive. So again, reminding me of all the things that I cannot do, right? I like that my doctor, it uses positive language to, not put people down, but that's to encourage and things. It empowers people. But not everybody on a system of care does that. So anyway, they denied my case because of that. Daniel, mommy cannot hear herself. Thank you. So they denied my transportation thing because of that. So now I'm in the process of like appealing and redoing the papers and the forms and all that. And I'm like, how many people had to go for this? Who maybe didn't have the support and the tools that I have to advocate for themselves. So that was my first frustration. And then after that, my kid, gets medical services at home, and we had a nurse who wasn't really trained to provide the care that he needed. And I'm like, again, here's another system of care that failed us, that failed people. Maybe maybe not the nurse's fault for coming here not prepared, but the agency who knows my son's needs, could have reviewed some of those needs with the nurse before sending her here. And I thought again, how many people, who have needs, who go to the system of care because they need help, and then find themselves not getting the help they needed or getting inadequate help. You're getting help, but it's not help that's actually helping you. It's help that's causing more stress or causing, making things more hectic, or that's just not, doing what it was said to do. So that was my second frustration. And then my third one, I actually went to the eye doctor for my vision issues, and pretty much at the end of the session, his concluding words were, "There's nothing in this." I can't remember how he said it. I did post it on my personal page, but something to the extent of, I wish I could say that, and this is nothing we can treat. There's nothing I can treat. I wish I could say that glasses, give you glasses and that you could see better, but glasses won't fix this. And I'm like, ouch, that really hurt, like deep inside. And it's not about, whether or not the doctor could fix it, but then realizing that my the doctor or medical field not being able to address my vision issues then puts me back to this puts me makes me, I guess, puts me in that position where I'm right now, where I'm still not able to drive, right? So it was not just about the eye, it's how the vision issues affecting my life in general. I have 3 kids who have appointments who need to go to school, and I can't drive them. I had to cancel my own medical appointments this week as well, a couple of them because of transportation issues. So it's like, oh, how this is just like it hurts. So I was sad. I was like, I'm really sad. So all those things, like, all of us, those are things that are, again, any human being will be affected by those. Like, your emotions will be affected, right? So if I only focused on that, if I only focused on, those frustration and the, disappointment because of my health issues, the fact that I had to cancel some appointments, if I only focused on that, I will stay stuck there, in self-pity, in even depression, because it is depressing to not be able to do the things you did and feel like you're, caged in your home and not be able to even access the care that you need because you can't, physically get there. So if I just get stuck in all the problems that I have right now, I probably wouldn't be up here talking about it, right? I will be stuck there feeling miserable and feeling sad for myself. So yes, we have to, find a healthy way to process what we're going through. And that's what I did. I even posted on Facebook on my personal page that I'm just going to go in my room and do some emotional self-care. And I did. I applied the same strategies that I tell people to know, that I write about in my stress relief book. I applied the same strategies. And again, here I am, feeling much better, right? So what could have been a stressful day, a stressful week, turned out to be like stressful events, stressful moments. Because I could easily, using those strategies, I could easily pull myself right back up, and enjoy life. So anyway, so that's what I did. I took care of myself. And then while I did that, it changed my perspective. And that's what I want to talk about today. So that's kind of the backstory of why we're getting to this, the next few minutes I'm going to share here. Because honestly, what you focus your attention on will determine what kind of feelings you're going to have. If you only focus on the bad things in your life, the negative stuff in your life, you're going to feel you're going to feel sad. You're going to be down. If you only focus on how, what's not working, you will going to feel, sad. If you focus on, what you missed in the past, you're going to have, depression. And if you're going to focus on what could be in the future, you might get anxious, right? But you only have this moment. This is all we got, this second here. So I can choose to be miserable in this second and waste it. Or I can choose, to reframe what I'm going through and learn to see the good in it and actually improve my mood by doing so. So instead of focusing on all the things that did not go right in this week, I, start focusing on the things that went right, the things that are going well for me. So yesterday, for example, I got a big box full of my devotional book. Like I ordered 100 copies. So they came yesterday. So then I was reminded, well, wait, I might have a vision issue, but I can still write a book, So that was empowering, right? And then today, when I got home from therapy, I had this in the mail. I don't know if you can actually read it, but oh, there, that might be better. So I presented at the 20th Children's Interagency Conference here in Pennsylvania, and it's put together by our Department of Human Services and the System of Care Partnership. So I presented there a few months back, and they sent me this thank you note, which was, it was empowering. It says, "We are better together because of you. Thank you. Thank you for presenting at the 20th Children's Interagency Conference." And again, this was another reminder that I might not be able to drive, right? But somehow I'm still able to make an impact. I was able to make it to this conference, but I also do a lot of things virtually here, online, and some of my group program that I do online. I'm still able to and make an impact, right? Make the world a better place, and make other better. And as I'm doing so, also become better myself. So once I start focusing on those good things that happened this week, obviously, like you see here, I am not sad. I'm disappointed that, I had those rough moments earlier in the week, but I am still happy. I have that inner joy because I figure, as much as life can get chaotic and things can go wrong, there's always something good going on. So I encourage you today, don't just focus on the bad. Don't just focus on what's not going wrong. I want you to go out. No, what's not going right. I want you to focus on what is going right for you, what you have going on. You might have friends and family who care about you. Maybe right now, you like me, you lost a lot of a function or abilities that you had before, but you still have a lot more to offer, right? There's a lot more that you can bring to the table, no matter what stage of life in, no matter what abilities that you're lacking right now. You are still able to do a lot, and you can do a lot. So focus on what you can do and not what you cannot do. Focus on what you still, all the abilities that you have, and not the disability that the world want to put on you. Okay, so that's all I had today, because I want to encourage you to be thankful for what you have. And there's actually a lot of research that proves that that the more grateful people are, not only it makes us more positive in general, but it actually changes the chemicals in our brain. Gratitude is good for the soul. Gratitude helps you rewire your brain to start thinking positively. In general, the more grateful you are, the more positive you become in life, right? So focus your attention on things that bring you joy. Focus your attention on things that gives you hope. Focus your attention in things that move you forward, not things that bring you down. All right, that's all for tonight. I'm going to go get myself ready for bed. All right, love you all, and I will talk to you later.